girls, welcome to my kitchen. It is lunchtime and my oldest daughter Parker asked me if I could make her a special treat. It's kind of a cross between a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a grilled cheese sandwich, because what we're going to do is take that peanut butter and jelly and grill it, and it's going to be so ooey gooey and yummy in the middle. So this is my daughter Riley, and she is going to help me make this lunch. So it's pretty simple, but you will need some help from your parents because you are cooking on the stovetop, and I don't want anybody to get burned, so make sure you have help or permission before you do this. So you start out with bread, peanut butter, and jelly, just like you're going to make a plain old peanut butter and jelly sandwich, okay? So we're gonna skip past the heel of the bread because my daughter doesn't like the heel. We're gonna go for 2 middle pieces of bread here, okay? Now, we have a couple of different kinds of jelly because everybody likes something different. You can use any kind of jelly you want. Parker has asked for us to use the strawberry, so we're going to use the strawberry. So you just take your knife and you spread that strawberry jam or jelly right on one slice of bread. So Riley's going to do that for me. Wow, yes. And while she's doing that, I already have my pan heating over here. So we're going to be very careful not to touch it because we wouldn't want to burn ourselves, but it's going to get nice and hot. We need a little more jelly than that. We like a lot of jelly on our peanut butter and jelly so that it gets oozy and comes out. That's good. Spread that on there.
Got some strawberry chunks in it because, you know, sometimes you want some strawberry preserve.
It does. It has, she said, if you didn't hear her, it has some strawberry chunks in it because it's a nice strawberry preserve. Here, let me just spread that right to the edges for you.
Thank you.
Good girl. Now, actually, we'll say that and that'll be our butter knife.
Okay.
You can use this one for the peanut butter. I just wipe the knife right on the other side of the bread and it gets nice and clean, and then we can put it in the peanut butter jar and spread the peanut butter on. So Riley, go ahead and spread that peanut butter on for us. Just on the other slice of bread. You see we have one with jelly. Now she's going to put peanut butter on the other side. A bunch of peanut butter. That's right.
We like a lot of peanut butter.
We like a lot of peanut butter. We want it to be nice and peanut buttery. And
Not enough.
not enough. Not enough at all. We want to go all the way to the edges of that bread. So every bite you take, you get a bite of peanut butter and a bite of jelly.
This looks yummy.
It does look yummy. Yummy. Let me help spread that just a little bit. There we go. Thank you. Then, all you have to do is put the 2 pieces together, and you have a peanut butter sandwich, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, which you could eat, and it'd be good. But we're going to make it even better. We're going to take our butter. Now, be careful not to get too much butter. And
Just that little one.
we're going to spread the butter all over
The bread.
one side of the bread.
That's not enough butter. That doesn't.
I think it'll be okay.
Yeah,
You just
'cause
have to
it's
spread
gonna
it to
melt.
the edges.
Because it's gonna melt and then get all.
And then you flop it over
Can I?
and you spread butter on the other side of your bread. Perfect. Good job. So now we'll keep this out because we'll need it to cut the sandwich when we're done. Now we're just going to take this and we'll place it right on our hot pan. Ooh, you can hear the
butter
sizzle. You hear the sizzle. That means it's cooking up. It's going to be so tasty. So it only takes a minute or 2. It doesn't take very long to cook, especially since I have my pan already nice and hot. So I have my turner here, and I'm very carefully
Can I look?
going to look and see what's happening. Is it starting to turn golden brown? And we'll keep an eye on it. Ooh, it's almost ready to flip. It doesn't take very long. We keep an eye on it. We don't walk away because we don't want to burn the bread because that wouldn't taste very good.
No, that would taste like garbage.
Yeah, and it would kind of stink up the house like burnt toast. So I think we're about ready to turn it. So give it a flip. Nice and toasty. And what I have found, boys and girls, is that The second side cooks a little bit faster even than the first side, and that first side did not take very long at all. We're really just toasting that bread and heating up that peanut butter and jelly. Have you ever made toast and put peanut butter on the toast and seen it get kind of melty? Well, that's what we're doing right here on the stove. It's gonna be so yummy. Let's take a look and see. Almost ready. I'm going to let it get just a little bit browner because I like a nice golden brown. There's this one too, baby. Thank you. And it's almost ready. Here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner off and transfer this to our plate, and then it's ready to be served. So I'm going to cut it in half. I'm cutting it in diagonals so that we'll have 2 triangles, but you could cut it into, this one's for your sister. If you want one, you have to make another one.
I want one.
We'll cut it in diagonals to make 2 triangles. Sometimes you cut it in half and make 2 rectangles. You can cut it into quarters and have 4 triangles or 4 squares. You can cut it any way you want. It doesn't taste any different. The only thing that might make this a little bit yummier would be if I sprinkled a little bit of powdered sugar on top.
Get the powdered sugar.
But even without, it's going to be delicious. So I hope you enjoy. Bon appetit.